Listen, when Mario first got here, the first school he came to was Central.
Right.
It was late.
Yeah. He got straight off the plane, straight up.
Y'all were practicing?
Yeah, we practicing.
What time was it? Like
6:30, 6:30.
And he was out there with a suit on.
Yeah.
Y'all knew he was coming?
Nah. I got a car and I just saw these people showing up. I'm like, yo, what is this? Cause you know, I get paranoid. I see all these people start walking around. I'm like, oh, who in trouble?
Right.
All these white guys in suits start getting out. Hey, man, what y'all do?
You thinking like, feds, he ain't thinking Mario.
They like, oh, that's you, coach. Okay, we good then, coach. We good. Everybody good. Keep practicing.
So he came out there to watch, to watch our practice, and what did he say?
I mean, he came and he was like, hey, you know, coach, we got to build a relationship down here. We got to get plugged into the South Florida schools to get you on back to winning and get back on the track that, you know, we want to be on, which I can respect that. I can respect that.
Right.
And he actually hired one of our former players, you know, Bang. He was at.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah, he gave him a job. So I mean, he trying to move stuff, like I said, but at least he got the memo a little bit. Yeah,
he understands. He respects it. He respects it, right?
He got the memo a little bit. He like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna hire one of these young guys, which I can take.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida, the bottom of the clip of the Gunshine State. One of them boys still blowing in that way. Big plate, get it for the 18 if you straight. Get K and stop hating, it's the motto of the state. A lot of fakes, but it's still real around here. That foreign talk that can get.
Listen, the funniest thing I heard last year, coaching high school football, after we won the state championship game, kids was all happy. They said, Coach, man, you seem like this is another championship to you. I said, because I'm looking around and I'm like, this the last year some of these dudes gonna ever play football. So it's a gift and a curse for me. I'm winning. I'm happy I won, but then I also look around. I'm like, some of these kids will never play football again. What they gonna do? I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
Because idle mind is the devil's advocate.
Right.
I'm scared at that point. I'm like, yo, what is he gonna do? You know, not like football is everything to him, but football gave him structure.
Bring it full circle. See, this is a conversation people don't understand. You're saying that some of them kids surviving because they can come to practice.
Yeah.
They can talk to you. You can give them $5.
It's a difference.
Once the last game happens,
now you don't see coach every day.
There's no college.
Yeah.
See, people don't think about stuff like that. Some of them not going to college.
Nah, you don't see coach every day. I can't say when I get to practice today, I'm gonna ask coach for $5 so I give me something to eat when I go home.
Right.
Coach might not come to the school for 2 weeks. Nah, he might make a bad decision.
Right. You seen it happen before?
Yeah.
I know you have.
And you scared. You scared at this point. You like, yo, them the kids you keep picking on the phone and you call like, yo, man, you good? What's going on? You straight? Like, what you doing? What you doing now? Football season over. You going to class? You doing? Because some of them, there's no structure.
No, I remember how it felt for me. I knew I wasn't great at basketball. That's why I ended up going to the military. But I remember feeling I didn't want to leave high school. I knew that at the time. Like, listen, I don't know what's next.
It's a reason why they call college institution and jail institution. There's a reason. It's the same thing. You get a guy that's been locked up 25 years and you put him out here in the real world, all of a sudden now we got cell phones and ATM machines and he ain't never seen that.
Right.
He like, hey, yo, man, I was comfortable where I was. So when you in high school, you comfortable where you are. And now that ends. Now what?
Right.
The kid, listen, it was so funny because I remember telling the kid that he's like, Coach, man, we gonna be good. I said, yeah, I hope so. And he's like, Coach, man, you know what? He said, man, Coach, just enjoy the moment. I said, I will. I said, I'm enjoying it right now. He said, Coach, man, you getting old. And I'm looking at him like, what you mean I'm getting old? He's like, Coach, anybody born in the 19s is old. And I'm looking at him like, what kind of conversation is this? Anybody born in the 19s is old? But I had to think about it. They all born in 2000.
Right. They are. For the last few years.
Right. So I'm thinking like, he might be right. He don't know nobody that was born in 19 nothing other than his some of these kid parents probably was just like 1999.
Why did the conversation go that route though?
Cause he felt like I'm too old to enjoy winning.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, no, it's not that.
He don't get it.
He don't get it. I'm like, I enjoy winning just as much as you do.
Right.
But I'm scared because I've seen what happens if you don't have a plan.
Right.
What happens if you don't have a plan? You know, and you watching the news, you turn on the news every day, and you like, yo, all of the stuff that's happening are young kids now.
Right.
It ain't 40-year-olds that's doing the shootings. It's 19 through 25.
Is there anything that could be in place?
I just think in America we getting it wrong right now. Put it this way, we pay taxes, right? Because I told you I'm a nerd by trade. I told you this on the last show. I ain't scared to say it. I say it in public. It is what it is. I'm just a nerd that can coach football. Okay, cool. But here we go. We always pay taxes. As citizens of the United States, we pay annually at least 255 of our dollars go to our tax dollars that we pay that come out of our check goes to the U.S. military.
Right.
To buy missiles, whatever we doing. $255 annually, every American. Don't matter who you are. You work, $255 of your taxes is going to the military.
Mm-hmm.
We pay $106 annually, no matter who you are, to education. We're paying more to destroy than to build.
They're going to say to protect.
You can say that.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you protecting if you're not building anything? I'm going to put a security guard out here to guard grass. I'm going to put a security guard out here to guard a building with people.
Right.
You understand what I mean? Like we gotta invest more into building this generation. I just think we're not investing enough in building them. There's no more you and I grew up going to the park.
Right.
In the summertime. It was free.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to pay.
I learned how to swim. I was telling my kids that the other day.
Now you have to pay.
Right.
Your parents can't pay, you can't go to the park. That's crazy to me.
So you're saying the money's there, it's being focused in the wrong places?
We channeling it in other places. There's nothing to do for kids in the summertime anymore. What do they do? What do they do? We went to the park for free. That was free for us. We get up, get dressed in the morning, go to the park. You knew you was gonna get that lunch, that little frozen lunch.
Right.
You gonna I'll trade you my milk for your juice.
Right.
And we gonna play all day at the park. Our mama get off at 4 o'clock.
It ain't that no more that you pay.
It's gone. You gotta pay. What changed? You saying people make more money now. Businesses are growing bigger now.
Everything up now. The economy keeps going up.
So where did the money go for those programs?
I mean, yeah.
Where'd it go? We even got a lottery.
And they said that was for the schools.
Schools and where the money going?
I remember they said that. I remember as a kid, remember when that thing came, the first day it came.
Oh, the schools gonna get improvement because the lottery gonna come out and this X amount of money gonna go to education. But now we look around and we like, well.
It took them 20, 30 years to start redoing the schools.
My point exactly. Like it took that long? And lottery $555 billion? Where's the money going?
The crazy part is what people don't realize, and you got these guys, the real is talking about building a stadium at Tropical Park and for the high school, and that's what they're talking about now. But people don't realize that after all those state championships between Northwestern, Central, Booker T, Norland 1-1, and if I'm leaving you out, my bad.
Carol City, all that.
They all played. Let me take my glasses off.
Playing one stadium.
They all play in the same stadium. And the people that have walked through that stadium, if you could just bring the ghosts back or just start writing names on the field, right, you would be amazed at the people that have walked across that grass. And I've captured some of it with Footballville.
Right.
I've captured some of it. Y'all will look back on it 20 years from now
Yeah.
and be able to say, oh, Brashad Smith, James Cook. We
Right.
could watch them and it's, you know what I'm saying? But that thing, what is the word? That thing, that Traz Powell is legendary, but why is there only one stadium? When I lived in North Carolina, every school had a stadium. Kids didn't have to pay for band uniforms.
Drive up the street. Broward's got their own stadium.
Broward's got their own stadiums. How? Now, it's not like, okay, I can see a city being poor. I mean, Miami, you know the city's not poor. Let's get that out of the way.
We're the most expensive place in the world to live.
Right.
So where that money going?
And then you guys are kicking the rest of the state's ass. How is it possible that nobody looks this way and say, hey, this deserves something? See, that is just evidence that they're not going to give you nothing.
Right.
You gotta take it.
And that's the thing though. It's like if we sat down in Florida and here's the thing. If we sat down in Florida right now, you said, you know what, as coaches, we gonna get a coaches union and if people don't do us right, we banning them out of the state of Florida.
Right.
Oh, we'll be labeled as bad guys. But the proof in the pudding, you can't win without some South Florida kids now. You better have some on your team.
Right.
Because if not, and you got to play against them, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's literally a problem. Like, I go back to the bowl games, I'm looking at D. Rich, I'm looking at James, I'm looking at all of these kids from South Florida. When you turn on your TV, you like, whoa.
Everywhere, even in the NFL.
Yeah, you
The
love
Buffalo team might as well be called the South Florida Bills or some shit.
Yeah. I'm looking at it like, whoa. Like, Lamar Jackson gets hurt, and you put in Tyler Huntley. Yeah, like what? Like
who played against each other?
Right.
Who played against each other?
you looking like at some point
Right.
the proof is in the pudding. You gotta think Lamar Jackson was backing up Teddy Bridgewater at Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Just waiting to take
just
the
waiting.
girl over.
Like okay, Teddy leave. I'm up next. Let's go.
Right.
And then they bring in Tutu Atwell and all these other like you need some South Florida kids.
Right.
And at this point, it's like it's asinine to me that we're not. You can't tell me. Again, I'm sitting with a 17-year-old that's competing with your 20-year-old.
Right.
It's some coaching being done down here.
When kids get to school, they're ready to play. Is what
They're
you're
ready
saying.
to play.
Sometimes they get
They just gotta learn your terminology.
right.
The foundation is there.
Right.
Because the hardest thing they say for a running back to do is be able to learn protection.
Right.
I could think about 6 running backs I've seen in school and they all played as true freshmen.
Everybody talk about Jacory and how his career ended at Miami, but y'all don't remember putting his back against the wall at Florida as a freshman? They put him in the game, back against the end zone, and he got him out of it.
They got him out of it.
That was as a freshman. How did he not get better? How did he not build from that point
And that's
forward?
what I tell everybody. I'm like, it's some football IQ down here. There's some coaches that's coming up with some football IQ,
Right.
but it's not respected. It's not branded to the point where they say, hey, them guys in Florida are coaching. It's downgraded to the point where they say, oh, they just got athletes.
AJ, listen. I just talked about Coach Gaither. I'm not finna have this conversation twice, bro. We're not finna start over and say that y'all know what y'all doing when it's been proven already.
Right. It's just been rewritten. That's it.
Right. It's been proven already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's not act like, oh, nah, they might be. No, bro. It's been proven already. It's just the respect ain't there, or the allegiance isn't there, or the partnerships aren't there to pull from where you're supposed to pull from, or give people a chance.
And it's sad because when you think about it, it's kind of like, I look at us as high school coaches and I always say, okay, what happens if we was at the next level? Will we get respected to be enough to be coordinators? Because I'm looking at how did
That's another level of a fight.
Yeah. How did Tampa Bay, Kansas City, all of these coordinators they got not get interviews?
Right.
When head coaching jobs opened up. That's amazing to me.
Right.
Like, yo, these guys ain't even get, because now if they become coordinators, guess what they can do? They can promote other guys to, hey, yo, you gonna come be my quarterback coach.
Right.
You can come be this, you can come be that. So now it opens up the gate for somebody else to move up, whether it's from the collegiate level to the NFL, which then it opens up from the collegiate level to high school. Like, it opens doors for guys to be able to move.
Right.
But when you're not getting advanced, everybody's kind of stagnated to the point where I'm almost 50 years old. You're going to tell me, oh, yeah, come out here and coach wideouts. I can't run a route no more. Well, if you would have got me when I was 26, I could put my cleats on and say, let me show you how to do this, bro. Now I got to show you a video.
Right.
Here it is right here. And I'm going to coach you through it. That's what's going to happen right now. Right. But the flip side to that is, I feel like I know enough of the craft where I can coach you through it just watching the tape. I don't need to put on my cleats no more. At this level,
right.
At this point in my life, I can coach you through it from the tape. Hey, look, man, watch how he gonna take this release. He gonna straighten up. He gonna do this. I'm good. And put enough clips together to show you exactly why you have to do it this way.
All right.
Best red velvet cheesecake I ever taste. SingySweets.com. Go find out for yourself, bro.
I never come into the season saying, you know what, I want another state championship. I always come in the season saying I'm leaving better than I found it. I always come in saying my objective is get as many kids in school as I can and teach as much football as I can. And if I do that, then I know the rest of it will take care of itself. I never come in saying, I put pressure on me to make kids successful.
Right.
More than anything. Pressure ain't never on the kids. I always tell the kids, even if we lose, don't worry about it. It's on me. I'm gonna take the hit. Everybody gonna say, man, what the coach called? They ain't gonna know you missed the block. We good.
Right.
It's on me. You just play football, son.
Right.
I'm brutally honest. Because I need them to understand that when you leave here, like you say, the world ain't gonna give you nothing.
Right.
If I'm telling you, you know I'm telling you from a place of love. Like I'm only telling you because I want you to be better. And I want you to be prepared for the world. I want you to be, when you get to that next level and this guy making $8 million and he tell you suck, I need you to be able to brush that off and say, don't worry about it, coach. I'm gonna prove you wrong. Not calling your mama saying, I want to come home. Like, what good is that?
Right.
You just giving back $250,000, bro. Like that transfer report, I tell people, I told you that was just killed in the curse. That transfer report, only 27% of the dudes getting scholarships. What the other 27% of anything, you're failing.
It's a cemetery. It is. It's a way to bury yourself. The spotlight gets shined on the ones that get picked up, and you kind of forget about the ones that is just there.
How many of these guys just gave back $250,000?
Right.
If you were at Power 5 school for 5 years, you just gave back a quarter. If I gave you $250,000, you gonna give it back? Right now? That's what they doing.
I mean, the kids making their own decisions. I heard it's so easy to get in the transfer report. All I gotta do is walk down to the building and sign the paper.
That's it. I'm out. I need a transfer reporter for my job. I was gonna tell me how you could just transfer over here and get you a couple $1 million. I'll be gone tomorrow.
We said it was gonna happen. I saw it was gonna happen. But what I didn't think about was that, like, the running back from Georgia Tech was on top of his game.
And he going to Bama.
And yeah, I didn't think about kids. I guess I didn't think about NIL either. I didn't put NIL with transfer portal.
That and all of it together. It's a package that these kids.
It just hit me in my head. It's a different system if you put it together.
Yeah.
Right.
But now you think about this. That kid from Georgia Tech just went to Bama. Where does that leave a high school kid now? The high school running back that Bama probably was thinking about recruiting, he just got pushed off the board.
Well, I've been screaming that for the last year now, that high school kids got to wake up. Y'all see what's going on?
It's done.
Yeah.
It's about to get ugly.
Right. It's gonna be that kind of like baseball. You're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to really, really want it.
Bro, this has been the hardest 2 years to put kids in school.
Yeah.
Kids that got decent film, that probably would have went to an FCS program, now getting bumped down to D2.
Yeah, it's gonna almost be like you gotta go play at Blase, then go play at Blase.
Even going to prep school,
right.
It's not guaranteed you gonna still get picked up to go back to. It's getting
I think
ugly.
the route just got longer. I mean, it's a detour that just been put there.
It's getting ugly.
As hard as it was already. Now let's not act like it was easy.
Right.
A detour got put there, and you're gonna have to take that route in order to get there. You're gonna have to really want it. Now it ain't.
It's getting ugly.
Yeah.
It's getting ugly. Like, this has been the hardest. I've never seen it this hard to put kids in school. To sell a kid, you put the film on, and the coach's like, coach, he good, but we gonna take a ride out the portal.
Cause they ain't gotta take them.
And you looking like, what?
They don't have to take them.
I'm gonna start. Listen, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go sit down with some used car salesmen and ask them, how do they sell used cars? I feel like that's what I'm gonna have to have a pitch.
Right.
Cause it's important. Either the pitch gonna be, I gotta sit down with a used car salesman and somebody that sells new cars and say, why should I buy a new car as opposed to the used car? And listen to his line and then say, why should I buy the used car and instead of the new car, and listen to his line, and then use that with college coaches and say, man, listen, don't buy that, don't take the guy to portable, that's a used car, man. You gotta deal with whatever mileage was already on it. You don't know the tires, the belt bag, you don't know.
Right.
Take this one over here because, you know, it's fresh off the assembly line. Like,
Right.
you gonna have to literally start coming up with a pitch.
It's gonna shake its. It's honest. It had to shake its ass because, like, even what happened at Oklahoma with Caleb Williams and Spencer Rattler, like, both of their quarterbacks gone, and then he even said, "I'm not like Oklahoma got a chance to get me back, but I'm in the portal right now."
I'm confused.
But it's gonna shake itself out,
So every
and
kid
we'll
in
realize
high
what the
school
route
on
is.
hold. Every kid on high school on hold. If you play quarterback right now, and you talking about going to Oklahoma,
Until he lands somewhere, right?
they sitting there saying, "Well, we gotta see what he gonna do." Your whole life is. It's like when LeBron say he getting ready to get traded, and then the whole NBA shut down and wait for where's LeBron going, because that's gonna determine
Where everybody else falls.
where everybody else falls.
Right.
Like, we are literally stuck into that right now for college football.
No, it's definitely changing.
It's bad. It's bad.
No, it's definitely changing, and I'm not sure if anybody's gonna put the brakes on it or they're gonna let it just turn into just a real business, like a real business, and stop calling them whatever. You know what I'm saying? What do they call them?
It's so bad now, and with that whole NIL stuff that in Ohio, they're making it a requirement for athletes to take a financial literacy course to graduate.
High school?
High school.
Yeah.
They're making a requirement. Like, that means, bro, y'all about to get a lot of money. We need to make sure y'all know what y'all doing.
Right.
That's crazy.
And financial literacy is the issue. It's never been.
That's crazy that you finna start making high school kids like y'all didn't know what's going on. I was in high school, I ain't
Right.
know. All thing they told me was like, this is a check. This is how you balance a checkbook.
Right.
And this is where you sign that, and in the memo section you put what it was for. That's my financial literacy for high school.
And now
That's
they,
it.
and now they're saying they need to know how to.
Now they saying you gotta learn how to manage. all
It's
this
going to
other
be
stuff.
money in college. It's going to be money in college football. It is.
That's crazy though.
It's going to be a speed bump for the NFL. Some kids are going to make a lot of money in college football.
So at this point, you don't need to love the game no more.
You need to what?
You don't need to love the game no more. Just chase the bag.
Yeah. What you mean, chase the bag?
Get your money and go. Whether it's through college,
That's what I'm saying.
you don't have to say, I need to go. We grew up saying, I want to go play in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Not because we was worried about the money, just because we wanted to play in the NFL because we love the game.
Right.
Now it's, how much money I can get at Georgia? I can make $6 million before I'm going over here, bro. I'm good.
Right.
I don't need to keep playing football. For what? I make $6 million in college.
And you figure out how to.
I can care less about the NFL.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be like a speed bump to the NFL. It's almost going to be like some kids won't have to.
No. Why?
I don't think De'Aaron King has to. I think De'Aaron King made a little bit of money. I don't think he.
Think about it. We used to say if you make $1 million, you can live off the interest.
Right.
If you make $6 million,
yeah, you got to put most of it up, but that could feed you for the rest of your life if you just
lotto.
put it up and put it in the right place. Yeah.
Lotto.
Right. I mean, so what is that going to do to the NFL? Man, I heard some crazy
They'll get whatever
from
left.
some of these schools, man. For some of these top paying kids, man.
It's to the point now where you kind of just say,
These kids are going to start getting multi-million-dollar deals to sign with some of these schools.
in college. Mm-hmm. That's what I said. Just chase the bag.
And financial literacy, I mean, is what's needed because somebody. This is what you got to understand. Somebody could hand you money,
Oh yeah.
right? And if you don't know what you're going to do with it, there's no plan. It can go right through your hands.
Oh yeah, you broke the next week.
Yeah, it's a difference between somebody handing you money and then you doing business with somebody or partnering with somebody. And that's what we don't understand. Like when somebody hand us money, you gotta have a plan for it. Or it's gonna start evaporating.
You're gonna squander it. You're gonna squander that money quick.
Right, and it's no matter how much it is. If there's no plan.
Yeah, but yeah, obviously, you know what they always say. Got with no plan.
Right.
We ain't got to guess. Like they keep saying it. Like I say, you hear it enough.
Right.
You start to believe it. You like, wait, hold on. So you don't have no plan. It's gonna go bad.
I say it all the time. Floyd Mayweather said $100 million. He said, man with $100 million and no plan is a broke man.
Broke tomorrow.
And we just think that's so much money.
No, because you don't realize Uncle Sam gonna take half of that.
Yeah. And I think what a lot of people do is they think about that last.
60% of that going on. Mm-hmm. They got to build some missiles. 60% of that got to go.
Last time we had a war, man. Man, 2000.
That's what I'm saying.
99, something crazy like that.
You got to think about this, right? We taking all that money from everybody else, and we saying we put it in the military. I don't have a problem with you putting it in the military.
Right.
I don't want nobody to think I got a problem with the military, but my thing is, why when veterans get out, they have problems with mental, like to me, if you serve your country and you do, your so many tours or whatever, I feel like they should just
you should be taking care of.
They should give you a house.
Yeah.
You shouldn't pay taxes.
Right.
Because you got people come from other countries and they don't pay taxes for 2-3 years. I feel like you don't went over there and you gonna say you gonna take a bullet for me? I can't repay you enough.
Right.
Like to me, it gotta make sense. Like I feel like they should say, hey man, we got a place over here that's reserved for houses for veterans.
Right.
And if you've been and you done did so much time, bro, you can live here. Don't worry about it. We good. Don't worry. Rent, mortgage, you did enough.
I mean, that's what they was fighting for. Then they gave them the VA.
But it gotta.
But you're right though. You're right.
I feel like, what do you pay somebody that's willing to take a bullet for you?
They showing us.
I like what's the value on that? To say, you know what? I'm gonna go out here and jump in front of this bullet for somebody I don't
You
even
gotta fight
know.
for disability.
That's crazy to me. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I feel like when you come back, like you should have some money put up. Like I just feel like they should be like, hey man, you good, bro. You did your due diligence. It should be enough, at least enough money.
They didn't even get respected for when they came back.
It should be at least enough money for you to survive off for the time that you was over there. For the time that you served in the military, it should be enough money. If you did 10 years, they should say, well, we got enough money for you to live off 10 years.
Right.
Whatever the cost of living is right now, we can give you enough money for 10 years and you good.
No, you're right. You're right. All right, man, the D Street, man, here with Coach AJ, the legend, man, 9 state championship. That means that's about all you could call him at this point, a legend. We out of here, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, comment. I'm D, Coach AJ, we out.